Hello, I'm Dr. David Bucklew. I have a degree in theology and I'm a Christian counselor. Uh, I'm a life coach and I'm here to try to assist anyone that is struggling with peace. You know, we live in a day when it's hard to find any peace. I mean, it's a mess. Everything from bad news reports to relationship issues to work issues to money issues. No wonder society is so volatile right now in how they're acting because we've kind of lost our way. So maybe you're one of those. Maybe you're one of those right now who you're just going through some stuff and you don't feel like anything's worthwhile anymore. You're ready to just quit. Don't quit. You've just begun. There's great things for you, but you have to learn how to handle life in such a way to where bad things don't succumb to the negative, but try to look at the positive. I'm not talking about fake it and make it positive. I'm talking about realistic positive and realistic looking at the negative, but not in a way that defeats you today. So you don't have to be defeated. So these are some steps to finding peace in troubled times. Now, in my summary, I describe myself as a Christian counselor and with a doctorate of theology. And so my focal point is always from the standpoint of knowing the Lord, and uh, that is the first step in finding peace. You see, you and I are not just an accident and we're here today, gone tomorrow. No, there's a purpose for your life, and that's to discover the Lord, discover who God is, and that's through the Bible, and then discover who Jesus is, who is like a second Adam. You were born in the flesh, but you can be born in the spirit through Christ, and Christ himself is from God, created by God, all man and all God, born of the Spirit, and he takes on our sin. That's why he went to the cross, so that you could be forgiven. And all those who finally understand that, finally come to a belief and understanding who Christ is, they all of a sudden have a new kind of peace. And I'm telling you, it's a great one. So the first step in finding peace is establishing a relationship with the one true God. And if you don't have a Bible, I'm going to give you the scripture that where Jesus actually told his apostles about tapping into this peace. It's in John 14:27. I have a Bible in front of me, and I'm going to read it to you. Now, Jesus is getting ready to go to a cross and die on a cross for all man's sins. And this is what he says: Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, but not as the world gives peace. Therefore, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So, worldly peace is temporary, but godly peace is eternal. And the peace that Christ is going to give them is to let them know that their sins are forgiven, that there is a plan for their life here, and when they die, they will be transformed into the new creation God has created them to be, in a new form, in a new heaven and earth. So the apostles were very distraught because he kept saying, I'm going to go to the cross and die for your sins. So in this statement, he's trying to comfort them. So the first thing you need to do in steps to finding peace is establish a relationship with God. And you can do that through the Bible and discovering who God is and discovering who Jesus is. So that's step number what? 1. Number 2, many times we don't have peace is because we have some kind of relationship issue going on. It could be a husband-wife relationship issue. It could be a brother-sister relationship issue. It could be an issue with someone at the office or at the factory, at work. So by and large, relationships affect us adversely because we all want to be needed and loved. Yes, you do. You want to be needed and loved. And when a relationship problem occurs, you don't feel loved, you don't feel needed, and that creates division and judgment. And so what happens is perhaps you're offended by somebody and you don't want to forgive them. In order to be free and to have peace, you're going to have to forgive them, even if it's something horrible that they've done, knowing that you don't need to be in bondage to that unforgiveness that can take away your peace. And then you need to try to reconcile if at all possible. Now, sometimes it's just not possible. There are people that you can love them, but not like them. You can't seem to get along with them. So I'm not saying you need to go and have a deep abiding relationship with them, but you need to have enough to where your soul is not bombarded by self-condemnation or condemnation towards them if they've offended you. Forgive yourself and forgive them. So that's step number 2, settle your relationship issues. So what was the first one? The first one was establish a relationship with God. The second one is settle your relationships with one another. Number 3, meditate on peaceful things. Meditate on things that are good. Now, you know as well as I do that we are bombarded by the media, news stories that are just horrible. And things are tough at times. They're tough. But if you dwell on that, it will absorb you. It will go into you, and you'll be thinking about that. But by and large, if you change your thinking and look at something good and meditate on that, the goodness of something, it can be as simple as go camping, hang out with the trees a while, enjoy nature. It can be that simple. Go fishing. It can be that simple. And that's a peaceful thing. That's a wonderful thing. It's a good report. And the Bible has something for that too. And I'll tell you what it is. Even if you don't want to know, I've got to tell you because I'm a Christian counselor. All right. In Philippians, this is in the book of Philippians, New Testament, chapter 4. The Paul the Apostle is saying, let the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ. So I told you that was the first one, establish that relationship with God. Now listen what he says. And I want you to think about these things. Just meditate on these things that are honest, things that are wholesome, things that are pure, things that are lovely, things that are of good report. You hear that one? Good report things. Meditate on good report things that are virtuous, things that are praiseworthy. Think on these things. And if you think on these things, your day will be different. You can still have the troubles and the strife and the problems and all the negative stuff. But once you establish in your mind, I'm not going to dwell on that negative. I'm going to dwell on other things that are praiseworthy, things that are good and virtuous and lovely, those kind of things. And it's remarkable if you have trained your mind, okay? Don't listen to those who put you down all the time and tell you things are just horrible, they'll never change. Listen, even in the worst situation, it can be a brand new beginning for you. Nothing wrong with new beginnings. Sometimes we've got to let go of the old, throw it behind your back. It's gone. And look at the things that are ahead. Drive ahead, just like you drive in a car. You know, vacations are fun, right? Most of the time. You get in that car and you start driving, and it's almost like you're leaving your problems. Sometimes you just need to do that in your heart. And driving towards the things that are positive. Number 4, the technology, although a lot of it's good, a lot of it's bad. And so what it does, I'm having to use technology today. Some of it's good, but some of it's bad too. There's a lot of stuff out there that will own you and that you'll be driven. You'll be driven to get on your phone all the time, get on YouTube, get on Facebook. Listen, I do a lot of it. I'm guilty too, okay? And I have to control that, because if I don't control that, it's going to own my day. Good stuff and bad stuff is on it. Remember what I told you? You got to think about the good things. Well, there's a lot of bad things out there on social media, so you got to be careful of that. So less technology is number 4. Number 5, hang around upbeat people. Don't hang around the negative. Oh, they're always complaining about how things are bad and all of this stuff. You hang around that, you're going to become like that. But you hang around those that are encouraging, they're joyful, they're fun to be with, and you don't have to go out and get drunk to enjoy things neither. Just being around people that love life, and that, you know what, that flows over into you, that loving of life. So hanging around upbeat people. Number 6, this is very, very important. Get enough rest. Say that with me. Get enough rest. Get enough sleep at night. Nothing goes right when you're exhausted. You're just exhausted. Nothing's going to go right. And your whole attitude changes when you're tired. Why? Because your body is tired. It wants to get some rest. So you have to go get some rest. And once you get some rest, you'll feel better. And then you can look at things differently because you've had enough rest or sleep. Number 7. Now, I'm a pet lover. Maybe you don't like pets, but pets are wonderful because, you know, you can have a relationship with the pet. They're just fun to be around. I love dogs. Some people love cats. Some people love their little birds. Some people like their little goldfish. But I love dogs. And there's something about that animal that God has given us that brings joy to our hearts, a domestic kind of animal. So sometimes you just need to get a pet, hang out with a pet. My dog loves to sleep. Woo, he's a sleeping machine. You know what? He's taught me to learn to rest, because I see him laying there. Oh, he's sacked out. He snores. And I'll just say, man, I think I need me some of that rest. And here's what I say to him. His name is Captain. I say, Captain, I'm going to have some nap time. It's nap time. He's already in his nap. And so I go have my nap. Pets are wonderful like that. Number 8, less of self and more of others. Whenever you're always focusing on yourself, you're going to be down. Now, here's why. Because you can't be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. Maybe you don't look just right today. Maybe the hair is not just right. Maybe the clothes aren't right. Maybe I didn't say the right thing. Oh, you can get into all that negative stuff and put yourself down, because you're looking at self all the time. But you know, something amazing happens. You go help somebody else. You go help them. You go love on them. Just go help them. The people need help. You need help, right? So I'm trying to help you. And no charge, right? I don't care about that. I care about helping you. And so go help somebody. That makes you feel better. See, I feel better because I'm helping you. I hope I am. I think I am. So less self and more of others. Number 9, exercise. Listen, you need to get that blood flowing around your body. There's life in that blood, and it just sits there and it's just stagnant in your body. And you're just, no, get up, do some exercise, and that'll bring some life to you, and that'll bring some optimism to you, because you did some exercise and you're able to think differently, And number 10, accomplish something, just anything. It can be something little. Go wash the dishes, make up the bed. That's an accomplishment. Look at how pretty that bed. Oh, I like the way that bed looks. So look at those dishes. They got them all stacked up. They're so pretty. Go vacuum the floor. It can be little things For me, I go for a run. After the run, I say, man, I feel good because I've just done a run. You see, little accomplishments will make you feel good because you were meant and formed to do things. And that brings satisfaction. Okay, so I'm going to go through these 10 things again. I'm just going to name them to help you. I hope somebody's watching this video either now or later, so it will help you. So these are steps to finding peace. Number 1, establish a relationship with God. And to truly do that, you need to know Christ. Number 2, settle those relationships with others. Settle those relationships with others. Number 3, meditate on peaceful things of good report, those kind of things. Number 4, less technology. We need technology, but we don't need as much as you may be endowed with. Always on your cell phone, always on your laptop, and all this. Less technology. 5, get around upbeat people. Number 6, go get some rest. Go get some sleep. Things are always better after that. Number 7, maybe get a pet. Yeah, a friend. They kind of give unconditional love. Number 8, less self and more of others. Go help somebody out. They need it. Number 9, exercise. Go do it. Go do it. Get that exercise going. And number 10, accomplish something. It doesn't have to be big. Like I said, washing dishes, making the bed, vacuuming the carpet. I do those things. I do those things all the time. Makes me feel pretty good. I've accomplished something. Okay, well, I hope this has helped you. And I pray it has. And feel free to make any comments on this video. And you can also see, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but you can also see my stuff on Facebook, Dr. David Bucklew, Life Coach. All right. God bless you. And I enjoyed being with you.